Among the majestic mountains, deep in the impenetrable forests, a wild, loud roar could be heard. It powerfully penetrated through the trees, awakening echoes and making hearts freeze. It was a call for help that only the bravest and bravest had to answer. Moving quickly along the serpentines, a group of climbers, experienced in their field, headed towards the source of this alarming sound. They have had to save more than once people who were mired in despair, but their hearts were also open to the fate of animals approaching the source of the sound. The climbers could not cope with their amazement. Above from the cliff they saw a beautiful she-bear, who, roaring desperately, tried to help her little bear cub climb the mountain, but she could not help in any way except for a call for help. The baby was constantly rolling down the slope and could not get up to his mother in any way. But he couldn't, because the bear cub was injured when he fell off a cliff. The hearts of the climbers trembled with compassion and determination to help. They immediately began to explore the area, looking for the best way to the bear cub. But the mountain was impassable, and the sharp rocks stood like adamant guards, not allowing the climbers to bring help from outside. The climbers knew that they had to act quickly and accurately, otherwise precious time would run out. He took out a mobile phone from them and dialed the number of rescuers. The call lasted only a few seconds, but every millisecond was important. He said that a bear cub had fallen off a cliff. He was in a difficult situation and needed to be rescued as soon as possible. Experienced rescuers did not hesitate and immediately went into action on their own by helicopter. In such situations, their skill and experience were invaluable. Taking off into the air, they followed their goal, to save the life of a bear cub. The helicopter approached the cliff. Mama Bear began to walk anxiously along the cliff. She did not understand what was happening and was afraid of people and the noise of the helicopter. The bear cub, full of fear and crippled from falls, continued to try to climb the mountain. When the helicopter finally descended to the cliff level, rescuers released a special net. The rescuer expertly covered the bear cub with a net, tied it, and he gave a sign that it was possible to lift. One wrong move and salvation will remain only a dream. When the bear cub reached the top, thanks to the rescuers, he sat down next to the bear, who was happy. And they ran away into the depths of the forest. Having survived this amazing story, the climbers and rescuers remained on the cliff, but their hearts were full of joy and satisfaction. They knew that they had been able to save the lives of two beautiful creatures who could now be together again and enjoy freedom in the forest. The friends looked at each other with deep gratitude and humility in front of the greatness of nature. They understood that their task was not only to help people but also to protect and accompany all creatures of this world, including animals. However, in the course of their adventures, they also found some traces indicating nearby danger. They decided to explore further to ensure the safety of all creatures living in the area. Moving through dense thickets and climbing to the peaks of the mountains, the friends came across an old, abandoned forester's house. The door was open and they decided to enter to investigate what was going on there. Inside, they found that the house was inhabited by poachers who were engaged in illegal activities hunting wild animals. There were a variety of weapons and equipment in the room, and on the table were lists of the types of animals they planned to kill. The climbers and rescuers realized that they needed to stop this criminal activity and protect animals from poachers. They called the Animal Welfare Department and the police to round up the poachers. Together with law enforcement agencies, they organized a special operation to detain poachers and free captive animals. It was a dangerous mission, but the friends were ready to do their duty and protect nature. During the operation, the poachers were completely surprised. They were quickly and effectively detained, and their enterprise was crushed. All the animals they held captive were released and returned to their natural habitats. Having defeated evil and established order in this corner of nature, the friends stayed for a while in this place to help the local conservation organization to restore order and create a system of control over illegal hunting. All this time, the bear and her cub have become symbols of hope and rebirth. For the locals, their story told about the power of love and compassion which are able to overcome the most difficult challenges. As a result, local residents learned about the history of rescue and the fight against poachers, and they were inspired to protect nature and preserve the environment. Fellow climbers and rescuers left the area in the hope that their adventures brought a change in the life of not only the bear and the bear cub, but also the whole community. They continued their work saving and protecting animals, and also sought to create peace, where every being had equal rights to life and existence. Dear friends, if you liked the video, please like it. And also subscribe to the channel where our author stories come out every day.